Well, good day to you. This is Greg Downing with Texas Medicare Advisors here in beautiful Austin, Texas, and I'm a licensed insurance agent specializing in helping people sign up for Medicare and getting the right Medicare plan at the right price. Today, I just wanted to give you a quick overview. It's a checklist, basically, of what you need to do, why you need to do it, and approximately how much it's going to cost. So I'm not driving down all the details. It's just a big overview. Make it simple for you so you know what to do. The first thing when you are signing up for Medicare that you need to do is you got to sign up for your Medicare Part A. Now, Medicare Part A covers your hospital care. And the beautiful thing about that, it's free. Doesn't cost you anything as long as you've earned your 10 hours of credit over your lifetime or your spouse has. And while it is good coverage, it has things like deductibles. As you can see, it's a $1,400 deductible every time you go into the hospital. There's also additional co-pays and things like you got to pay for blood. So you can be out of pocket money. So just remember, it doesn't cover everything. Now, you also are going to need to sign up for your Medicare Part B. That covers doctors' visits, preventive care, ambulance services. Now, the best way to do this is to sign up online. And when you do this, you can sign up for your Part A and B at the same time. You can go to the Social Security office. Don't recommend that. But you want to do this 3 months before your 65th birthday or when you're signing up for Medicare. Now, this is going to cost you money. For most folks, it's going to be $144.60. That's a standard premium. But if you're a high-income earner and will continue to be a high-income earner, that could cost you more. So if that's an issue, we need to talk about that. Now, the way it works is Part B basically pays 80% of all your care, and you pay $20, which is great if you get a $100 bill. But if you get a $100,000 bill, then it's not as good. So what we want to do is just remember there's additional cost. Now, this also has a $198 deductible, which you'll probably have to pay if you have to go to that ambulance to the hospital. Didn't know that was going to do that. So while Medicare Part A and B do provide good benefits, there's a lot of exposure that can cost you a lot of money. That's why we want to sign up for a Medigap or a Medicare Supplement plan. These are the exact same thing with two different names just to make it more confusing. So, what does the Medigap pay for? Basically, your deductibles, co-pays, and co-insurance, which typically leaves you very little to pay for. And the average cost, and it depends on a lot of things, but the average cost for one of these plans is going to be roughly $100. So, just know approximately that's what these supplement plans cost. Now, nobody wants to talk about this, but it's extremely important that you have a plan for your long-term care. Why is that? Well, Medicare doesn't pay for long-term care. And studies show us that 70% of us are going to need some form of long-term care. Now, if you look at that good-looking guy in the middle, that's my 92-year-old dad who has lived with me for the last 4 years. So I've learned a lot. Now, one of the things that, the most stressful thing probably in my life was trying to manage my parents' long-term care needs. They did some good things, but they didn't do a lot of things. So if you want to do yourself and your children or your spouse a huge favor, you want to get a plan for your long-term care needs. I'm not talking about buying a long-term care policy to pay when you go in a facility. My job is to help you keep out of a facility and be able to stay in your home as long as possible. Now, there's several different ways to do this. The plan I recommend and the system can cost as little as $100 a month. So we'll talk more about this, but I'm going to beat you over the head that you need to take action on this. Because I always tell people, you got to understand at some point in time, you are not going to be making your own decisions. So you want to make sure that who's ever making those decisions for you has the tools and the plans in place to take care of you. All right, so what else do you need? Well, you're going to need to sign up for your Medicare Part D. That's your drug plan. Now, this gets to be pretty confusing because there's 30 different plans to choose from. So you're wondering, which one's going to be best for me? Well, the only way that we know that is to go to the magic Medicare system, enter in your prescriptions, and find out which one of these plans is going to be the most cost effective for you. You want to learn how to do this because you're going to want to do this every year. All right. Now, what I will tell you is that most folks pay about $20 a month for this plan. All right. And that just depends on a lot of things, but that's what I see typically. All right. So we got that. Now, so this gives us just an idea. What's my estimated cost of moving to Medicare? Well, we know Medicare Part A is free. Medicare Part B for most people is going to be $144. Your typical Medigap or Medicare Supplement plan is going to be about $100. Set up a strategy in a plan for long-term care. You can do that for as little as $100 a month. And your Medicare Part D is going to be roughly $20. So your estimated cost, I didn't know that did that. That was interesting. Is going to roughly be $365. Now, so when you look at that, if you want to have the best Medicare, the best supplement, and a good system in place, can you budget $365? If the answer is yes, this is a piece of cake. Now, if that's going to be a struggle for you and you cannot afford that much money in your retirement, then let me know up front and we'll do alternative plans, or I may have to refer you to someone else. But that is what you need to budget, in my opinion, to get set up correctly when you are moving to Medicare, so that down the road you have what you need. All right, so that's your Medicare checklist. What I do for everybody is we have a special form just for them. We put in their exact cost so they'll know. So probably if you're watching this video, you've got this form attached, and that's the one we will complete. So that's a quick summary. Now, a lot of people ask me, well, geez, Greg, how much do you charge for this? Well, it's the beautiful news is nothing. Why? You get my services for free because the insurance companies compensate me to help you find a plan that meets your needs and budget. So whether you do this all by yourself or you get someone like me to help you, it's the same cost. You can't get these plans or services anywhere else less expensive. That's my job, is to help you get what you need, but not to overpay. So that's the way I'm compensated. I can't look forward to us getting together so we can get this knocked out and we can get you moving into Medicare and on to your happy retirement life. I'd have a great day. Blessings upon you, and we will talk soon.